is Lise Isaro Katangulia. I'm an architect. I'm currently lead architect at Atelier, and I also work privately sometimes. I'm the founder of African Female Architects and principal architect at Créature, my own little private firm. And I'm 29 years old, run these. Yeah, basically. So I technically learned about architecture while in high school, during my last year of high school. Initially, I wanted to be a doctor. Then I changed to animation. I was introduced to about architecture from my mother. We had a family member who was an architect. I had never heard of architecture, honestly. And from there, I was interested and I went to search. I did like a background search towards architecture. What do they do? How do they do it? So in a sense, architecture mixed with art and a little bit of math. And I realized, yeah, I'm good at both. And I tried it and here I am. I definitely have noticed the gaps in terms of seeing women at the table while in meeting rooms and doing projects. However, it's changing slowly but surely. I believe the best way for those leading the field already for a long time should give the opportunities to younger female architects, encourage them even while they're still young, change the narrative about architecture or STEM field careers, starting from school, nursery, basically changing the narrative from an early age is one way to approach improving and adapting inclusivity in such careers. I think maybe I might be lucky, but I've been trusted so far, and all my bosses, all my employers were male. And at this point, I believe it's the few who are able to understand that anyone who's anyone female or male should be able to lead or deliver certain project design. Now, it's not based on gender; it's based on capacity, intelligence, and studies. All these achievements that are not related to gender. So thus far, the stereotypes do exist. We do meet them in the field where you're tested. But I also do believe every career brings its own challenges, just like any other field. You have to persevere. So one word is to keep persevering and prove it wrong, basically. Yeah, show up and prove this, yeah. Okay, specifically on a personal note is having mentors who are women in the field, because there's a difference having you leading as a woman and having someone who has mentored you, has seen those issues and understanding how to navigate them. The lack of mentors who are women in the field definitely affects us. Personally, it has affected me, which led me to, for example, start the African Female Architects network. That has helped me to even be here today. It has helped me to stay encouraged. It has helped me see that I'm capable while being an African and also being a woman in the field. The challenges are met by many. But one of the main issues I've encountered is actually having women I can look up to in the field. But there are those that I've met through the network, which is African Female Architects. Tosino Shino from Nigeria, Mariam Kamara from Nigeria. There's some women all around the continent who are doing great things, which unfortunately we don't know or hear about even during school. But just doing your own research of what they're achieving has pushed me to say, oh, I can see myself do this as well, because they are meeting and meeting the same challenges on the soil, and they're women. And yes, just creating this network has helped us like encourage each other, learn from each other. And it's a different perspective, it's a different area of encouragement and mentorship. I think I can say that I am currently leading Norskin Phase 3, and I think that's among one of the best achievements done by Atelier. However, also through Vavaki Architects, we've worked on the Zigama projects right across the street. It has also inspired me and gave me quite the knowledge I needed to be where I am and on leading this project as an example. So this, particularly in this year, it's being able to lead this project to its completion. Initially, the challenge being an architect in the country has been finding a meaningful job, a meaningful project, things that can help you express yourself. And again, I've been lucky, and the project I'm currently leading on, I can say it's it's part of my dream to actually be able to finish this. The challenges on the project are, how can I call them, growing pains, but they're positive. So if you wanna get on the next level, you have to to ride through the journey, and it's all positive. There are challenges on every project, but these challenges don't come only just as a woman, also comes just as an architect, which you have to face head on and persevere. So in terms of a woman, being a woman in the field, the challenges is maybe we're few, but there are also more challenges that come as an architect or as an engineer, or even just as an engineer in the country, in the African soil, like things like procurement of materials, this type of materials, creating solutions for that is what you have to meet, and you have to find adaptive solutions for it. So that's I think it's an improvement, and it's a positive milestone when you finish and you deliver that project. And the challenges that come as a woman is actually one of the main challenges, trusting yourself that you can deliver, that you can do it in spite of everything else. I can't say it's been easy, I can't say it's been hard. I think everything requires dedication and passion, and you have to put in the heart, obviously, and the work and discipline. So I don't think anything that requires less than that is worth pursuing. So in a sense, it's worth pursuing no matter the challenges and no matter the cost. Specifically to a young girl, anything they think of or they want to do, I think I would suggest that you put your mind to it, you can do it. Particularly in architecture, it's a fun field. It's really fun, it's interesting, and you have the opportunity to create more than you can think of, to create things that you can imagine. It's not about math, it's not about, anything, all the mystic things they say about this type of field. So please go for it, and I encourage you to also, whichever field you want to go for, I believe anyone can do it. Like any girl, depending on the field, they can do it, yeah. 10 years from now, obviously, I think, again, I see myself leading life-changing projects, shaping the skyline of the country, shaping the skyline of the continent, being part of that. I see myself, whether it's leading my own firm or even working as a venture with others, this is a field that I'm very much willing to explore and push the limits. However much the boundaries surrounding it are, whichever they are, I want to keep going. I want to keep going and keep pushing while being an architect. I am inspired to learn from others. So one thing I really encourage as women to do is to give back. Give back, whether it's in knowledge, whether it's in skills, whether it's to our communities or our own families. Giving back does a lot to beyond just ourselves. So I encourage everybody to give back. Yes.
So as we wrap up our interview, it's something that I've thought about. There is a huge concern, especially here in Rwanda, definitely I will speak in Rwanda. The issue of real estate or people who do design homes for people, and you find like every single thing, the foundation and everything is poorly done. Do you think it's lack of knowledge, lack of people are just venturing through that industry for just purposes of making money?
Right. So I think the issue is that the knowledge of architecture has not expanded to the community as it should be. They don't know that we have architects and what architects do. We're trying to expand that knowledge as an institute and trying our best to share that knowledge and expertise. However, I would like to encourage, those people who use just anyone who says, I can build a home for you without the right credentials. That's where you find those issues. So there is proper research that needs to be done. There is a lot that needs to be done on the field, on the plot, before building, and that can be best led by the right expert, which is an architect.
So basically people should look out, should be so vigilant.
Yes.
People that they're hiring.
Yes.
To do, the construction and everything.
Yes. There is an institute.
If I'm buying a house that is already constructed?
Oh, okay. So if you have an issue with the house you're building that you are purchasing, I think then you can look for an expert to help you take care of it. But when it comes to building and purchasing real estate currently, I believe they would be properly done because the city itself approves for it. Other than that, there is a whole institute of architects. It's called the Architects of Rwanda. They take care of houses. They take care of properly with the right expertise, with the right knowledge, with the right research based specifically on that one specific plot. So not everything should look the same, and they provide solutions specifically found on that plot. So look up Architects of Rwanda.
Any message that you want to share with us in regards to this field? Anything that you want people to know?
To know more about architecture? One thing I love about architecture is that it adapts to everything and it joins every area of life. Whether it's humanity or community, whether it's history, whether it's environment, architecture plays a role. And without architects, basically, there is a gap. There's a huge gap that architecture responds to.